So number 11, again, we're trying to find all of the zeros of that polynomial. In order to do that, let's narrow down our possibilities to find our possible zeros. And we get those by taking the factors of our constant term divided by the factors of our leading coefficient. So our factors of 18 would be plus or minus 1, plus or minus 2, plus or minus 3, plus or minus 6, plus or minus 9, and plus or minus 18. So again, at this point, we take this function, put it into our calculator, and find one of our possible zeros. I'll give you a second to do that. Hit pause 2. Alright, so we would find that our zeros, you could either use 1 or 2. Either one would work. I'm going to use 1 here, just because that makes our multiplication a little bit easier. So we're going to use 1 in our synthetic division. Let's put in our constants. We'll have 1, negative 3, 11, negative 27, and 18. Alright, so bring down our 1. 1 times 1 is 1. Negative 3 plus 1, negative 2. 1 times negative 2 would be negative 2. 11 minus 2 is 9. 9 times 1 is 9. Negative 27 plus 9, we get us a negative 18. Negative 18 times 1, negative 18, and 0. So now we have this x cubed minus 2x squared plus 9x minus 18. And now we could either go back, so we use this 1 here, we could go back and use the 2 and set up another synthetic division with 1, negative 2, 9, and negative 18, and work that out. Or we could look at this. What if we grouped these two terms? Whoops. Okay, so if we group those two terms and we factored out an x squared from the first one, we'd be left with an x minus 2. And then what if we factored out a 9 from the second one? We'd have plus 9. Oh, then we'd be left with x minus 2. Since these are the same, that's good. So we can use our factoring by grouping at this point right here to find all of our other zeros. So our two factors, so I'm going to go up over here. So our two factors would be x squared plus 9 and x minus 2. And we're trying to find the zero, so set equals 0. X squared plus 9 equal to 0. We'd have x squared equals minus 9. And from this one here, we would have x equals 2. So again, solving this a little bit further, we would have x is equal to plus or minus 3i. Alright, so we've got 1, 2, 3, and don't forget about 4 solutions. Alright, and again, if you wanted to go, if we didn't see this right away, that we could do that by grouping, you then would just go back and use this 2 here, our other solution that we got from our graph, and then we would do our synthetic division again. And that would all work out. You'd get the exact same answers. So our final zeros would be plus or minus 3i right here, x equals 2, and x equals 1.